opportunity for rest. In between destinations, a little hibernation. Life under the scope, I gotta stay fresh. They just wanna see you falling. The only reason the camera's out when you're walking. The only reason they listening when you're talking. Waiting on you to contradict yourself. Albeit evict yourself from the house. Like Rebecca instigated the situation with Tammy, got David kicked out. Suckers trying to figure my angle. Puzzled by my shuffle, it get wood in the bangles. Adjust my wing brothers in the presence of danger. Drop bombs on them niggas from the middle and stay calm, knowing that we belong on the top of we ain't tripping. Cause we'll get there in a minute. Yeah, that's a statement for the mission. Swiss movement so my watch ain't ticking. Who your crew is? Them niggas is bums. Throwing parties, don't their bitch come. They all at my all showing. Me and my folks getting drunk. Banging my sounds from the wall mouth. Life under the stove. Every day is a test. All day, go. Full speed, full cover. Media, they just wanna see you fuck it all up. Turn it over, make you get a ball up. They just wanna see you fuck it all up. Vintage egg chairs hanging from the ceiling. Naked beauties and plush pillows in them. Incense and fresh linen. I spit a complex venom. The real niggas it strengthens. The fake niggas it kills them. And the big homie said that he still got visions to the rooftop. As do I. George Jackson, Jefferson, deluxe apartment in the sky. Niggas can't downplay me, baby. I'm too high. Pilot speak, I crafted these in my policy. A New Orleans nigga and I'm way in the NYC. We twisting on a mission and I'm fishing for my niggas ski beats. I've been in the game, OG. Seen fools blow up and blow it low key. Life under the stove. Every day is a test. All day, go. Full speed, full core. Media, they just wanna see you fuck it all up. Turn it over, make you get a ball up. They just wanna see you fuck it all up. Yeah.
I'll get some thought in the fire. Take me way, way out. I'll get some thought in the fire. Take me way, way out. I was just going on the run. Oh, way, way out. I paid the dues for my son. Moving way, way out. Took the detour, made a reroute. Grinding up, won't take a day out. Stack it up, won't take a day out. Hit me with a shot, got us in the play out. I never switched, I never the pay out. I'm absolutely going crazy. Pop out with your lady chopper right on your lap. Fuck all these covers, I was the sun. I played the streets for the way I was raised. I can't sleep with these niggas behind me. Saying they're taking over all your thoughts. Get in the way of my plans, I'ma knock it off. I lace my son kids with college. I put that bitch in college. I gave a game and pass. Put that word on the tongue, she'll swallow. You know the power of a dollar. You know the power of a dollar. Do you know the power of a dollar? I know the power of a dollar. I just a thought in the fire. Take me way, way out. I was just going on the run. Oh, way, way out. I paid the dues for my son. Moving way, way out. Took the detour, made a reroute. Grinding up, won't take a day out. Stack it up, won't take a day out. Hit you in the shot, got us in the playoffs. I ain't never switched, I do it a payoff. I'm absolutely going crazy. I'm absolutely going crazy. They try to stop me, I ain't hesitate. I wrap the bag and take this medication. I drop a herb on an application. I put a circuit in cake like a waitress. She gave me service with elevation. I wasn't nervous, I hold it this rage. I know you go cause I see the spaghetti. I'm absolutely get revenge. I absolutely gotta win. I'm coming through in the clutch. Running like a Dutch. VBS no cut. Gucci flops like Chucks. Got that throat from a slut. Best feeling in the world. When you come through your hood, ride far and then you got your new girl. Why you pouring no sun? I used to go to the bar. Take me way up. I was just going on the run. Going way up. I paid these dudes for my son. Moving way up. Took the detour, made a reroute. Grinding out, won't take a day off. Stack it up, won't take a day off. Hit the shot, got us in the playoffs. I never switched, I do it a payoff. I'm absolutely going crazy. I got the cash in my pocket right now, just folded up, ain't got no wallet. I order Ace and speed, cause when I pull up, I drink out the bottle. Cash on delivery, keeping a pole on me if it's a problem. Bitch, don't spit on me, if you gon' hit on me, you gotta swallow. You already know these niggas who roll with me ain't never robbers. You already seeing this ice that I got on it looking like water. Cause I already knowing this out of my cost me like 2 quarters. Already knowing we jump on the plane, we get in the charter. You already knowing I gotta get paid, so send my deposit. I seen the smoke, it was rising. Burn down the house, I was vibing. Come through the hood, I was sliding. A nigga be dead if he tried me. Got a beautiful chick sitting beside me. I came from the creek, it was violent. Police in the tree trying to find me. You put me on charts and I climb it. I was ducking them nuts, I was grinding. Now I jump across the stage like I'm flying. I go harder and harder over time. I'm just feeling the void, I can't hide it. I'm just taking the poison, I know it. I got way too much money to show it. I got the cash in my pocket right now, just folded up, ain't got no wallet. I order Ace and speed, cause when I pull up, I drink out the bottle. Cash on delivery, keeping a pole on me if it's a problem. Bitch, don't spit on me, if you gon' hit on me, you gotta swallow. Bitch, if I hit on you, you gotta worship me like on your father. My bitch, no, every time we go shopping, I spend over a quarter. Big pole, sipping and whipping the gold, you know how I'm vibing. Sit low, high in the back when I pull up, Maybach be gliding. You see how I came with that Dolce, I pulled up on low, my diamonds were cloudy. This big gasoline when I roll up, this V12 machine when I roll up. Pineapple pink when I roll up, just try not to faint when I roll up. Step in the paint like I post up. Parked off the train and I growed up. I was catching the water and growed up. When I pull out the garage, it shows up. I pull out a photo and chauffeur. The Lambo topic will fold up. Stop all the faking and pose us. I'm the only one slinging that raw dust. Your homie playing with that raw tusk. We spend our own money, it's all us. I got the cash in my pocket right now. Just hold it up, ain't got no wallet. I order Ace and speed, cause when I pull up, I drink out the bottle. Cash on delivery, keeping a pole on me if it's a problem. Bitch, don't spit on me, if you gon' hit on me, you gotta swallow. I got the cash in my pocket right now, just fold it up, ain't got no wallet. I order Ace and speed, cause when I pull up, I drink out the bottle. Cash on delivery, keeping a pole on me if it's a problem. Bitch, don't spit on me, if you gon' hit on me, you gotta swallow. Police in the tree trying to find me. You put me on charts and I climb it. I was stuck in the marks, I was grinding. Now I jump across the stage like a lion. I go harder and harder over time. I'm just feeling the void, I can't hide it. I'm just taking the poison, I know it. I got way too much money to show it.
What up, y'all? What up, y'all? And good evening to you. It's getting a little bit better. Not going to get into the details of that. I know why you're here, and I know exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. You know, I'm supposed to be going a little bit earlier, but I seen Brother Sheed had posted up. He was going live, a certain time. So okay, I can push it back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Then I seen my Brody, Ab about to go live. So I was like, all right, push it back a little bit, man. And it's good sometimes when you feel it in you, man. It's like a fire. But that, a major part of what I'm going to convey to you, patience. It's the best practice. It's key. Whereas though I had that fire in me, but now it's embered. Whereas I have it channeled. It's good to exercise that on my drops. My drops kind of help me to really channel it. Like when I go live, I just go raw. But anyways, speaking of raw, speaking of the rawest and the smoothest to ever set it and do it, it's yours truly, Ice Turner Sr., father of many, right? But anyways, any horse. What is game? More importantly, what is good game to you? And then hold this. What is game versus what is the game? I mean, is it a philosophy? Could be maybe a state of mind. There's a difference. There is a difference between that. I don't know if that sound was drowning me out, but I turned it down low anyway, man. But anyways, a philosophy and a state of mind are entirely two different things. Maybe, I might break it down, the difference between the two. Excuse me, clear my throat. But I want to talk about, in this chapter, if you've haven't listened to the first one, I encourage you to listen to the first one. So then, the second one will make, much more sense. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell. Make sure you hit the like button. Don't cost you anything. It's my thing. Even if I, catch a video, someone I necessarily don't like, and I'm kind of curious to what they have to say. If I really have the attention span to listen to people for, less than like 2 minutes. Perfectly honest with you, I still hit the like button. It doesn't hurt me any, man. In return, this is how you get blessed. But anyways, in this particular chapter, I won't be speaking on game in reference to dating, pimping, or dealing narcotics. But I will be referencing it to more so the art and the signs or the science of it. See, it's more than an outlook. That's what's it's been in conversation out here. And I understand. This is exactly why I'm here, and this is why I help. It's not only on the way; it's right here. The greater is here right now. Now, remember when I said before, I might have sprinkled that in throughout my drops, especially in the law of influence. Do you see my eyes in you? Now we look at the acronym of GAME, right? Explain it from this particular angle, right? Do you see my growth, ambition, motivation, and excellence in your mind? Do you see it in your heart? This is how you capture 4 corners of the world, right? What is the world? The mind. You know, people said it having a woman's soul. No. Not quite. It is what it is. See, what you see, right? Me do and what you've seen, you know, me say is it's basically a byproduct of not only who I am, but what I am. You know, if you could, you know, just grasp what I'm talking about, you know, how does it feel to you? More importantly, what does it look like? You know, see, you not only see the results of it, right? But you see it as itself, you know. You see it through the mouthpiece. That's a result of it. You see it through the state of mind. That's a result of it. You see it through the philosophy. That's a result of it. You see it through the influence. That's a result of it. You see it through the plethora of interests. You've seen that. Pretending like you didn't see it, but you see it. You see it like a magnifying glass. You know. Thinking of doing another Patreon just to really give you more of a visual. That's more of an exclusive space, you know. Just to give the brethren an inspiration, you know. As I said before, I'm a grower, not a shower, you know. In that aspect, I want to give, you know, the step by step, you know. So this is where you put the words and the action together, and it's like, oh wow, it really makes sense, you know. You know, and you guys hear people talk about G.A.M.E, you know, all day long, you know. I spoke of it in the beginning, then I steered away from it and got more into the guidance aspect. You know, there's other aspects to it. There's guidance and there's kicking drama, then there's G.A.M.E. You know, I haven't taught the kicking drama part yet. You know, the squares will find a way to try to dub it. But any horse, you know. As I said before, you know, it's one thing that you can't improve physically, right? Within, you know, the heart of it as a female, just like money is a female, and just like the both of them, they only attracted to masculinity, right? You like that part? And just like a female, the game will always show you some shit you don't understand at the moment. Well, not in its entirety, at least, but it'll all come together. You know, it'll, you know, formulate. You know, this is why I say it has, you know, a little bit more of a spiritual connotation to it. You know, so I'm the spirit of the game, and the only thing that you can see, right, is her results, right? She can't be touched. She can't be gazed upon. But you know that she exists. And the only way that that game can be seen by others is when she possesses you and works through you. You know? That's what that quote is: game recognizes game. You know? It's not in you. You know, until it takes root in you, it's not alive. I mean, When it's in you, you can't get it out of you. You can't get away from it. There's always been this subtle deception in regarding to the very notion of the law of attraction, or the nature of causality, in which blindly leads many to believe that you could just draw something to yourself like a magnet, when in all actuality uh, nothing is came to this sort of light. In fact, nothing should come to you, right? Because it already exists in the parallel realm. That's what they're talking about as far as 6 degree separation. Sorry about that. These are alternate realities. All you have to do is just adjust, that one idea for another, into another, with your entire being or essence of accepting it as it is. I liken that to the chain of command, because it's ultimately what comes down to the character, attributes of that man. Let that mention to you. Hopefully this shit isn't drowning me out, man. Get turn this out a little bit. Now this is where most people usurp, themselves in a certain position that's not really fitting for them, and proclaim to be all types of things, which is nonsensical, It's like you give off some type of illustrious idea of having game. Let's see, a man, my ilk, radiates, its overall perspective, See, insecurities and facades suffer hard against the reality of what I'm conveying to you right now. See, just a little bit of insecurity, worry, anxiety, desperation will ruin or spoil the fruit of that labor, and it won't be able to be put through. See, any I would say real one, has to become of that proper protocol, and fortitude to generate, a successful game plan, for others, to work within, the gameplay. See, it all comes down to how you understand, right? As well as how you think and what you think about. This all determines how you function within the fluidity of that mouthpiece, right? This is what, separates or, shows you the difference between, a well-composed man versus an insecure, scattered male that becomes, unglued through panicking. Remember I said patience is key. See, attraction overall is solely based on behavior mechanisms. See, the heart has nothing to do with the results. That's why I don't believe in that law of attraction bullshit. See, behavior determines whether or not if what's falling in your hand and what's staying in your hand. You get my drift? See, any woman with any reasonably good amount of sense, truly lives to live vicariously through a man that she's inspired by, right? A man that she sees growth, ambition, motivation, and excellence through. Now, when they explain that they, usually like someone better than them, it's the idea of things. Remember I said before on the masculine potency defined. And so that's all connecting together. That's all the connection, man. It's hard for people to actually just, act natural. Just be themselves. I tell you all the time, you can actually get much further ahead just being yourself. It's just like, the conversation in a garden. Not with Adam, but with the serpent, because the serpent appealed to Eve's idea of being wiser than what she was, stronger than what she was, and more powerful than what she was. Adam was just happy to be around her. Adam was just happy to have the nookie. Now, although she already had, that ability, right? But if you notice what she lacked, right? She didn't have the self-esteem within herself to believe it. See, emotions can actually be a bitch. And they have more governance over a lot of lives of females than they wish they had, In fact, a lot of them spend a good deal of their lives trying to get in front of their emotions. Unfortunately, it is their guide at the moment. Some of them want to break free from that. Some of them want to actually have a balance. The emotional roller coaster. The only thing that they really have control over is weak men that are slaves to pussy, slaves to approval and attention. Now, there's a reason behind that, because there's some type of dopamine that comes with that triggers the man. That's why he seeks that shit. It's actually a lot more than sex. It's the dopamine that he gets, from getting the attention of a beautiful woman or a half decent looking woman or any kind of woman. It's the excitement that he gets from that. It's dopamine he's addicted to. It's not the sex. Just like, with a woman, if you see her being promiscuous, whatever like that, she's understanding herself through the sex. She's understanding how to blend and relate. Let this blow for a second.
I just saw my cash and trash for freedom of language. Cash in the wild and ground, I know the touch. We hit a few links, but we never discussed it. Free my little brother, he locked in the cage, he blooded. We can't be gang banging on wax. Nigga be false, claiming you whack. You give me headshots, you better keep your paws down. Ride for the game, just get harder to slow down. And I told my brother, Metro, back to change the whole sound. And before I go insane, I'm back to change my whole style.
Make these adjustments right here. Gotta see what's up to my, I'm saying, my peoples. What up, Big Rich? What up, Absalom? What up, I Am Sweet? Long time no see. Don Papo. Yeah. It's here in a moment, just breaking down some things with y'all, man. Now look at things. Brother Ab actually broke down astrology. We was talking about with the blessings for that super chat, Papo. Don't mind me shouting out your name. Yo, he did a piece on the Sagittarius, as far as with the arrows, the archery. It's about hitting the target, right? It's a fire sign. They're a sign that's born to rule. They want to rule. So essentially, you have to allow them to be their own man. It's me being, a leader. Man, what I do, I allow men to be their own men. Just being a brother in arms. We speaking on signs. Let's talk about the scales, right? And it's not so much that I seek balance, is that I am balance. It's a difference. It's a graduation level. Yeah, it feels like when you're in an immature state, you're seeking the balance. When you're in a mature state, you become the balance. You become the neutralization, right? So when you think about those scales and balance, right? It's the light that moves to discover the dark and bring it all into subjection. Within the soul urge of that being. First, we did it within ourselves. And we give the idea of the discoveries, whereas decide their way. Say, good man provides income, a great man provides a way. To become a god amongst men who essentially have both. That's what we're talking about over here, as aspiring to be. The while is important, as well as the mental aptitude, as well as the character, as well as the strength. This is what the separation comes from. This is where game and guidance meets. And speaking of, that, in which denotes the point of the balance within the long relationship and the interplay between the two pairs of the opposites, right? The polar opposites, the polarization of things, right? Negative, positives, kind of like that battery, negative, positive, right? That's when people misuse the word positive. So, man, be positive, because it's like, we're a positive, a plus, or the negative. It's not like the negative as you think is a negative. It's not the plus as you think is a plus. It's right. It's a left and a right mind, right? A left and a right state of consciousness, bringing it together with the balance. So that's part they didn't really, communicate. So I like to contemplate and reflect on how everything is, working, or how things can work out, in the equation. You kind of have to be like that owl, seeing through the darkness. That's how the scales balance itself out, as being that owl, being that all knowing, all encompassing piece. But overall, adding to that, blessings to, I didn't see that. With the game, growth, ambition, motivation, acceleration, going back to that, right? Going back to what I said, do you see my eyes in you? I'm saying? Do you see me in your heart? Do you see me in your mind? When you look someone in the eyes, when you look a woman in the eyes and you say that, do you see me in you? Like to have those conversations, over a glass of water. Why just a glass of water? Because it's clear conversation. You know, you don't need to be under any other influence other than one that I'm putting you under. You know, I need you to be fully alert and fully aware of what I'm conveying to you. You know, that's how it works. You know, this is how you basically have control of a situation. You know, without trying to control. Like, yeah, I'm in control. No. That ain't how you operate, man. We run sophisticated operations here. Does anybody have any questions, man? I just wanted to leave y'all with that, and you know, let this one sizzle on the grill, man. You know, this is part 2. I might even chime in on a part 3. I might do that sometime this week. Beyond the Goat is coming up Saturday. That's going to be spectacular, you know. So you have to understand that the game essentially is a woman. Look at the artwork. Look at the serpent. You know, Fortune is a woman. You know, and if you wish to keep her, you know, under, it is necessary. You know, for you to beat that ill within inside of you. You know. The game isn't Lady Luck. You know, I'm certain that she isn't vengeful. You know, but if you treat her good, she'll show you favor. You know, it's more than, you know, something you could say that's, you know, it's of life. It is life. You know, and it's always oppositional, whether, you know, you understand it or not. You know, the obstacles and the challenges that you face, you know, that you encounter as part of it. You know, this is when you call things into play. If you look at things like, I like this show, Was It Power? How things kind of always go left and how he's steering it back into his direction. Even in his fumble, man, he's picking up the ball and bringing it back into his direction. You know, you should count it as joy when pressure comes. You should count it as joy when difficulty comes. I get excited when difficulty comes. I get excited when confusion or something is attempting to confuse me. It's right there. I like the unknown. I like the dark. I like the deep. You know? That's when I really tap in. You know? Greater is in you, right, than what is of the world. Anyways, is there any questions, man? I'm just ramble on. You say look forward to that, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna save something, man. I just want to save some sauce, man. Like, you know, I'll keep myself from going all the way in, man. I just want to give something for the night, you know. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all gonna be touching road tonight. You know, I'm about to touch road, handle some things, and you know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's all Friday to me. You know. But anyways, you know, it's some motivation, and actually, it's not even motivation, it's inspiration, and you know, this is what it is. Blessings to y'all, man.